Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be telling you how I achieved my soft locks over my locks. As you can see, I have so many soft locks here because I have about 100 locks, between 98 and 102 locks. And so yeah, it's not I'm gonna get into lessons learned while doing this because this is my first time doing these specific locks. I've done faux locks before, but that was before I had actual real locks in my head. And I just learned a lot. And as much as I want to do it again, it took me so long to do this. Like, don't even ask me how long this took because I can't even give you a definitive answer. I started in the evening one day and then I resumed the next morning, but it took me until like 4 p.m. that day, like maybe upwards of 12 hours. And so, yeah, I definitely want to do it again just to see if I can fix that time and also just come out with a better result. Because as much these look cute, I like, but also when I first did it, I kind of didn't like it because it is a lot, like 100. If there's about 100 of these, 100 something or over 90 of these, that's a lot. You're not gonna get the flat laid look that people usually have when they get soft locks. You know, it's supposed to be kind of a flat, free-flowing style, free of tension. I'm not really experiencing that. I mean, I don't have much tension at all except for like where my hair, you know, I'm a little tender-headed in the front, so I can feel these, but it doesn't hurt. Like I can sleep, so that's good. Usually I can't sleep like the first 2 weeks of getting my hair professionally braided, so that's good. I will say I'm not sure that I recommend soft locks for someone with more than maybe 80 locks tops, because I wanted that flat look. I wanted to be able to wear it. I have it down right now just so you guys can see it, but I don't wear it down ever. I don't go out of the house with it down because it's just really too much for me. Like, maybe my mom said I'm the only one who feels that way, but maybe I am. Maybe you guys don't agree, but it's just too much. It's like, it's a lot of hair. It's a lot. It's okay. Oh yeah, by the way, this is 18 inches, which is long enough. Like, I was worried because I never see people with the 18-inch ones. I was worried like it's not gonna be long enough. It's definitely long enough. I couldn't get them longer than this. I work in an office setting, where they actually ask you to put your hair up if it's too long. So yeah, 24, 36 inches. I could never for work. Sad. But and also imagine this at 36. Like, imagine this many. Imagine 100 of these at 36 inches. That would be crazy, right? And I say that also because when I look on booking sites for actual real life braiders who charge people for this, they ask you to bring 4 packs of the new lock hair. And so that hair comes in packs of 21. Usually it's usually 20 to 22 locks per pack. They tell you to bring 4 packs. So you do that math, that's no more than like 80 something. So, right? 20 times 4. Yeah. 80. So that's why I say that I had to get 6. I only ended up using 5 packs, but that's more than 4. There's lots of things that went on that I learned from. Sorry if this is like dry. I'm kind of sick, but I wanted to get this done because I've been sick all week and putting it off, and I want to get it done before these start looking like too bad because I haven't been wrapping them up the way I'm supposed to. But I'm gonna show you guys how I put these over my real locks and just some things I learned. One thing I do want to say before we get too far into this is I've seen people using this to kind of secure the water wave hair over the new lock after they wrap it down. doesn't work for me. I've seen people do it. I don't know how that works out for them, like after they finish the look and like move it around, put it up, put it down, but it doesn't stay secure. They started unraveling. So get you some nail glue, any kind, just some Kiss nail glue. They have a bunch of different kinds of this brand. I don't think it matters. I always get the precision nail glue just because it's usually the cheapest one I see. So I ended up with anything that kind of unraveled later on. I didn't do it while I was filming because I didn't know what was going to happen. But later on, when things started unraveling, I would rewrap it and just put a little bit of this at the end. Not too much, because if you put too much of it, it's going to snag on everything and it's going to collect lint and stuff because it hardens and it just snags on everything. Any other lessons learned, I'll definitely be showing you and talking about it. I have all the items you will need to do this listed below in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagrams and stuff. I have that stuff linked below as well. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. So we started off this process by washing my hair, and I moisturized it up as best I could. I used so many products just because of the simple fact that my hair is going to be wrapped up in the locks for a few weeks, so I want to make sure it has enough moisture to sustain it, I guess. And then I'll also put some oil on my scalp after I'm done, because I really can't get to my scalp that easy right now because all new growth. So yeah, we'll focus on that area after. But if you're curious about what I use, I would say go with whatever your regular moisturizing regimen is, but just, you know, go a little harder. And I had to go especially hard just because my hair is processed and bleached and stuff. So I went back and forth about if I was going to retwist or not, and I don't want to. And also the kind of the point of this whole thing is for me to start retwisting less. Like I retwist almost every week, pretty much every week, like every 7 to 9 days. So that's not good. People say that's not good for growth, so I'm trying to just stop doing that, you know. So I don't know that retwisting would really even make it so much more secure, but we're gonna see. So I'm gonna start off doing the perimeter. I usually start, when I do my retwist, I'll start from the back front, but with this style I'm gonna start with the perimeter just because I don't know if I'm gonna finish this all today, and I'm gonna have to go somewhere and put it up and pretend like it's all done. So we're gonna do that. I bought this Bobbi Boss new lock because this is kind of the brand that everybody recommends. It's the most popular. I was like, let me just go with that. And I got an interesting color. It says TT1B 350. At the time, it looked a lot kind of close to my hair color, or at least online. It's the closest thing I could find, and I wouldn't want them brighter than this, really. I just couldn't be normal and regular and simple and go with black for some reason. I couldn't decide between Marley hair and the Water Wave hair, because Marley hair looked better, but I was afraid using that over top of these, since it's not as shiny, it would look too weird. So I went with the Water Wave, but I wanted the Water Wave to be all this color. They're pretty, I was so afraid they wouldn't be the same, but they're pretty much the same. But I wish the whole thing was this color, but that's okay. But yeah, I bought 6 packs of this. I probably will only need 5 because there's like 20 or 22 strands in each pack. I have 100 locks, so I should only need 5 of these, but we'll see. And I think it's 100. It might be 102, and I wasn't sure, so that's why I was like, let me get another pack. But either way, 5 should be enough. Pricing wise, this new locks hair, they don't sell it anywhere near around where I live. Like, they sell Bobbi Boss, but they don't have new locks anywhere around where I live. So I ordered them online, and they were $7.99 plus shipping. So spent about $50, $55 maybe on that, and then $25 for 3 packs of this, so which I think is high. This was $8 too, and I don't think it used to be. We were talking about around $75-$80 for all this, which is pretty good because when I look at the pricing, and these are 18-inch, by the way. So this is gonna be cheaper than if you go get like the 24 or 36 inches. Anyway, people tend to charge less if you go get them done professionally. So we're still talking about maybe like 200, something in the 200 range to get these done, and we're only paying $80. That's still a good deal. I've seen people charge like $240, so that's pretty good. So what I've done here is applied the Shine and Jam to all the surrounding locks to ensure that the hair is out of the way. So I'm taking my crochet needle and the open end of my new lock, putting the loop through the latch of the crochet needle, and then closing the latch and pulling the new lock through my new growth, which is the base. And then I'm going to take my real lock and pull that through. Sorry, I had to answer a phone call. Pull that through. Now I'm taking my water wave hair, which I need to comb through so that I'm able to spread it evenly when I wrap it around the locks. So I'm combing through both ends, which I should be doing it way more gently than I am in this video, but I guess I was rushing. I don't know. I was doing it very sloppy. Like, look how sloppy that is. I'm getting it tangled. But this is why if you are fear something like this happening, I would go with Marley hair because you don't need to comb it through really. I think it's faster and just way easier. Doesn't get frizzy as quickly. And that's something I learned because I actually, after I did this, I bought some Marley hair and redid one just to see, and I like the result way better. So that's a lesson learned for me. If I did this again, I would probably use Marley hair. So now I'm cutting the water wave hair in half so I can use 1/2 per lock. And I'm going to start wrapping from the base a little tight. Make sure there's minimal dark hair, or just for you if you're not using colored hair. Just make sure one end is much shorter so that you'll be able to wrap it down far enough. Otherwise, you'll just need to make sure you get a lot of extra water wave hair, especially if your hair is much longer than mine. And I'm just going to wrap around the base a couple times, not too many times because you'll run out of hair if you do it too many times. So I wrap it around 2 or 3 times. Some people may argue you need more than that, but this is for me and what I was comfortable with. And I'm just gently wrapping it down and running the hair through my fingers as I wrap down, because while you're wrapping, the hair is going to try to clump back together, and you need it to be spread out so that it can stretch down far enough to cover your real hair. So I'm just walking you through it one more time so you can see me here applying the Shine and Jam to the surrounding locks. And also using the tail end of my comb just to kind of make the parts look as best I can. All my locks all my parts are different shapes and sizes, so I'm not too serious about that. And also, I just don't see that well, so I never make a big deal about the parts. And again, I'm putting my crochet needle through, putting the loop end of the new lock on the hook, closing the latch and pulling it through. And then I'm taking my real lock and separating that from the new lock as I pull it through the loop. And the tighter you pull this, kind of determines how tight your locks will be. So don't hurt yourself doing this. It doesn't need to be super tight for it to look neat. So I've already combed and cut in half a couple of my water wave hair pieces so that I don't have to keep doing it every time. And now I'm taking my pre-cut piece of water wave hair and I'm gonna start wrapping. Obviously, if your hair isn't even as long as mine, then I would recommend wrapping all the way down, just because as you wrap down, the natural end of the water wave hair gets thinner, and that just makes the finish look better. But some people cut it so that they don't have to wrap all the way down if their hair is really short. I wouldn't do that though, but I guess it's an option. So that's the complete process aside from the glue application, which I really wish I could have shown in this video. But I did it a few days after I did this and I did it off camera. But otherwise, this is the process. I'm gonna fast forward through one more iteration of it just in case you want to see. And then I'll show you the finished product. For those of you who are directionally challenged like myself, I would just remind yourself to wrap clockwise if that helps. Sometimes I even forget to do it, but it's definitely much easier if you wrap clockwise. Not saying the outcome looks any different, but it could, because it does not feel natural at all to wrap the other way. At least for me. Maybe if you're left-handed it's different. I don't know the science of that, but for me, a right-handed person, wrapping clockwise is the easiest for me. And of course, this is back when I was using the Got2b glue, to secure the end, which really didn't work at all after a few days. So I would not follow this step, but I feel like I need to be honest and show you exactly what I did. Okay, but I don't do this. Use nail glue. So this is the finished product. I will say that it looks much better in my intro because the intro is a few days older than the actual recording of me doing them. So they look more relaxed. They're laid down a little better. But at this point in time, when I first installed them, I just was like, there's no way I can wear these down. They're too much. They're bulky. but they were just bulky because they were new. But after wrapping them up and sleeping on them a couple times, they laid down more and were a little more manageable. But that's pretty much it. I feel like I probably left a bunch of unanswered questions, and if that is the case, please comment them so I can answer them, or say something that I missed or should have considered that could have made this easier, just so we all can learn from it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.